Everyone, I'm Dr. Sakshi Khandelwar, and in this video, I'll be telling you about a few things you need to keep in mind while giving your exam so you are able to give the best exam of your life. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, the first and foremost thing you need to do is try to eliminate all the known confounders as much as you can. Okay, what I mean by this is कि जैसे you need to reach way before time on your exam center. Last time मैं अपनी एग्जाम का बताती हूँ. I live in Jaipur, okay, so यहाँ पर बारिश obviously इतनी नहीं होती, but on the day of my exam it rained so heavily. जिस रास्ते को मैं लाइक आधे घंटे में क्रॉस कर सकती थी, मुझे उसको क्रॉस करने में 1.5 घंटा लग गया. ओके, यू हैव टू रीच वे बिफोर योर टाइम, अदरवाइज आई हैव लिटरली सीन पीपल हु एंड अप लूजिंग द चांस टू गिव देयर एग्जाम by just few minutes. Okay, second, keep as many ID cards, the valid ID cards as you can. Like मैंने अपना नीट लिटरली अपने पासपोर्ट से दिया था because they rejected my आधार कार्ड. They said कि ये वाला तो वैलिड नहीं है, आप कोई और ID कार्ड लेके आओ. So the only ID card I had at that point was my passport. So take multiple ID cards with you. And the night before the exam, I know a lot of us are not able to get the sleep. And it's okay if you're not able to sleep, but you need to give your brain the rest, okay? It does not need revision at that point of time. It needs rest, okay? So even if you're not able to fall asleep, just lie down on your bed. After 10 o'clock, don't read anything. You don't need to revise anything. If you have done an honest preparation, then trust me, those last few hours are not gonna make any more difference. Okay, then coming to the things you need to keep in mind in the examination hall. Firstly, read the instructions very carefully, okay? Because you never know when they decide to change the instructions from the past year. Second, you should not spend more than a minute on any question you are visiting for the first time. Does not matter वो question आपको आता है या नहीं. So many times you'll see a question and then you'll be like यार ये question मेरे को आता है, मैं इसको कर सकती हूँ, मैं इसको मुझ पे थोड़ा सा टाइम चाहिए इसको सॉल्व करने के लिए, and it's a bit tricky, and bam, the next minute you know you have lost 5 minutes. You have not lost just 5 minutes, you have lost 5 questions. So you don't spend more than 1 minute on any question. Rather, you'll use bookmarks. And how will you use bookmarks? Okay, so in the exam, you can have 3 type of questions जिनमें आपको थोड़ा सा doubt हो. Okay, first are the kind of questions जिनमें आपको थोड़ा सा mild sort of doubt है कि यार ये सही तो किया है ना मैंने, बस ऐसा थोड़ा सा self doubt आ रहा है. So in those kind of questions, you don't bookmark. Okay, don't waste your bookmarks over the questions which you know and you're just insecure about your answer just because you're sitting in the examination center. It is the NEETPG. The second type of questions are जिसमें आपको पता है कि ये क्वेश्चन क्या बोल रहा है and you are doubtful about 2 options or maybe 3 options, but you know you can solve them. Those are the questions you are going to bookmark. Okay, and third are the type of questions you don't know anything about. आपने उस चीज़ के बारे में सुना ही नहीं है, उसके ऑप्शंस आपको समझ ही नहीं आ रहे. You don't need to bookmark those sort of questions. Okay, so that while you are revisiting the questions, you know कि okay ये bookmark वाले questions मुझे आते हैं and the non-bookmarked questions are the ones I have no clue about. Then bookmark कितने करने हैं, ये भी एक important thing है. So it really varies from person to person. Like whenever I used to solve a fraud, मेरे पास हमेशा on an average मैरो की GTs में 10 to 12 minutes end में बच जाते थे after the first go. Okay, so I would bookmark 10 to 12 questions only. So अगर आपकी स्पीड इतनी है कि आपके पास एंड में 3 से 5 मिनट ही बचते हैं तो आप 3 से 5 क्वेश्चन ही बुकमार्क करो. डोंट बुकमार्क 10 क्वेश्चंस अगर आपकी स्पीड ऐसी है कि आप 5 मिनट ही बचा पाते हो. आपको बुकमार्क उसी हिसाब से करना है. नेक्स्ट, यू नीड टू अटेम्प्ट एटलीस्ट 195 questions. So like I will tell you my score, it was 167 questions correct and it was in the evening slot. Okay, but I attempted more than 195 questions. That's when I could get 167 questions correct. You cannot expect to have 170 plus questions correct if you only attempt 175. Okay, so attempt attempt as many questions as you can. If you are able to rule out one option, then that is a question you should definitely take a bet on, and you should answer that question. And the last thing I want to talk about is something which is very hard to manage, and that is the mini panic attacks which can happen to any of us while we are giving the exam. Last time wala paper tha, like it happened with me also. I was in the evening shift, and that was just so ridiculously difficult. But I realized while I was giving the paper that it will be difficult for everyone. Okay, I'm not the only one who feels that this is difficult. Everyone is feeling that this is difficult. Okay, so you are not the dumbest in the room. You're definitely not that. Okay, that is what you need to constantly tell yourself. And in the last few days, I just want to say that you should not attempt into reading anything new at this point of time. Rather, try to just revise your weakest points from your notes, from your choti copy or PTR DVT, whatever you are using. As I've said before, you will not regret over questions जो आपको आते ही नहीं थे, आपने कभी देखे ही नहीं थे, but you will definitely regret over questions which were from your notes and you didn't revise enough, and that's why they went wrong. Okay, and if you have any more doubts, I'll be happy to help you in the comment section below. You can definitely write them down. Okay, best of luck. Bye bye.